from A to B, long way to go. About time they know about me. Hello, the jiggle and clap, jello. I've been on top, where they at? Below, presidential flow, Marilyn Monroe. I got pounds, got euros, stacking them both. Do the he say, she say, getting no delay. Run it like relay, bro, you ain't got it like this. In my can't see straight, big fur jacket from eBay, looking timeless. I gotta let my skin fade marinate. We gotta toast up, celebrate. Everyone scream next up, but I'm the #1 candidate. Captain's armband, I'm making key plays. When I'm doing shows, gotta get all prepaid. What you, I'm on it, break, no side, no about these ways.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Play action. It's Wilson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Wilson. Screenplay set up for Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. First carry for Austin Eckler, who's a Colorado native. And good running there as he'll take this all the way out to midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. It's Eckler again. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Eckler now between the tackles. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now stick. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. He opted to go with the scramble, gets is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. The Broncos at 7-8 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a Mark partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Now 3rd down and 7. Now Wilson. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stick looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. A quick throw there out to Williams. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's got room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They're going to go play action now with Stick. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Third down, they'll throw with Stick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far in this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. Off play action, it's Stick. Touchdown! Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Wilson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Broncos on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. On second down, it's Stick. And this is going to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. That is caught, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Chargers.
Stick back to pass. Got his man. It's Williams. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Stick throw going into the hands of Williams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Stick looks to throw it again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
it got his man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. To throw is Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 88 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, Eckler. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets. And
he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
Hey, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, Trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Davis now to return it.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And now off to the races down the right side.
Inside the 10, and he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 201 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run here with Spiller.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run, and that's a nice job there getting the safeties involved in run support.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. A give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Here's Stick looking to throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A give to Williams, running right.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for...
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. And they...
Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering accessibility screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
They have it here just past the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard
On first down, Wilson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Now it's Wilson. That is caught by Williams for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the fourth quarter.
Lutz with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Chargers on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw.
Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Fights him off. 47-yard punt, a return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though.
She keep looking at me like she feeling me. Girl, the way you be moving and stuff you be doing, you tripping out and it's killing me. Man, that's what I got, you be tripping. I can't even do it, my girl, I'm Tiffany. Damn, and she tryna cut me off. No, she cannot do it, no, she cannot scissor me. Mark your spot, that boy get don't send him the car, he finna get blessed on. I get the paper, I'm talking about Benjamin Franklin, not talking about the one that you sketch on. He play dumb, get his gone. Hit a crib, but he loving on red bone. Now I'm hard to reach, about my cheese, move around with 2 phones. Move around like an island boy, but it ain't for the head, cause I keep me a vest on. Get down like it started, pull up in the U-Haul, you get your move on. And they know they ain't seeing us. You pull all your pain in that double cup. Wanna step at yourself, are you good enough? Wanna step at yourself, are you hood enough? If I hear them kids know you pulling up, and now you laid out, they don't get enough. I'm with your girl in the bedroom, and it sound like shit. I draw that little boy, ain't no getting up. Shorty, yo, horsey, I told her they my young city, yo. The granny, I had to tell her pick it. You wanna feed, now anything under 18, just like met it from the club. She like 5'3", I think it ain't lit. You know we unstoppable, man, it's impossible to stop us. We